So you just started sending emails, doing email campaign, and getting an email tool. So how exactly do you know if the email are working, if it's sending good? Are people opening them? Are they just clicking the link? Are they just ignoring it and leaving it in their inbox? So in today's video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down my method on what works for email and what I check to make sure that my email are working fine and they are working well. So just a little story before we get started. Before this, I've never done any email check or anything. I've never tested how good my emails are sending. I was spending thousands and thousands of dollars on email. And guess what? I got maybe like one response out of 100. And I thought that was good and I didn't do anything about it. Yeah, it's a couple of cents to send an email and I was doing 200 a day. It stacked up in the end. It wasn't much every day, but it stacked up in the end. And I was paying for a lot. So, if you don't do your data search, you are just wasting your money and you're blind to the thing that happened to your email and you can never improve it. So, the magic is in doing the research and analyzing the data. One, the first thing I check is the open rate. So some email tool, what they have is they have shown you the open rate. And a good open rate is about 15 to 25%. And if you're not within that range, that just means one, your email is in spam, and two, your email are not attractive enough. So what I would do to fix this is make the title catchy, make it personalized, and make it sound like that it belongs. Make it look like it popped out. And whether this is from like using a different font, trying different tags, and like trying different hooks, different things. You can do split test on this. I would definitely split test this and see what worked best. Two, the click-through rate. So the click-through rate is basically your email performance. So it's whatever when they click into your email and then what the content is and how well that kind of lead them into like your website or booking a call. So if a lot of people, if you're getting a good open rate and your click-through rate are horrible, that just means that you gotta change the content of the email. You gotta make it engaging so people aren't as like kind of iffy on moving forward with you. And two, make sure that your call to action is on point. So don't make it blurry. Don't bury your link on like some hidden word that I had to find. Make it clear and open so they could click it. I don't know why people do this. I don't know why they hide their link on like a word or something like that without bolding that word or without making that word pop out. You're just hiding your call to action, and that really reduced the click-through rate most of the time. So, number 3 is bounce rate. This one is interesting because it took me a while to find the right tool to kind of remove the bounce rate because it is mainly from just a bad email source. If you're getting a lot of bounce, so like I think 10-20% of your email bounce, that means that you need to fix something because your email shouldn't be bouncing at all. So either invest in a really good tool that check invalid email and cross out the invalid one. So the one I'm using right now is Reune. That's the one that are decent. It's okay with the bounce rate and it does its job, I guess. So I'm still looking for a better email checking tool. So anything on AppSumo, that's typically where I look. And like if you are friends with agency owner that also do email campaign, ask them what works and what doesn't. I'm still testing on seeing what works, but a good amount that you would strive for will be around 0%, like no bounce at all, or under 5%. That's typically a good range to strive for. So the fourth one is conversion rate. So how well the email transferred to them booking a call, and how well it transferred them like clicking your desired action. Like for example, my campaign is to focus on them responding to the email, so that would be the conversion rate on my metric. Or I've sometimes set my conversion rate to be booking a call, and like I just project that out to see how well the conversion rate is. So typically you want a lot from this, so the more the better. I wouldn't say there's like a good percentage, so if you can just bump the conversion rate as much as you can, just have at it. If your conversion rate is not good, what I would do is keep your email focused. That means just staying on the task, whether it is trying to get them to respond or try to get them to book a call. Never diverse your call to action. Say like up here, book call with me right now, and then down here you say, hey, respond to this email. People are split and they won't do either action because they're confused. Okay, yeah. Last metric and the most important, unsubscribing. This one's rough because I've gotten a lot of unsubscribe. It's like every single email that I send out is like stop, unsubscribe, cancel, and all of that. So people just try to click on the unsubscribe button, and it is rough to kind of manage this. I'm still in the midst of figuring out how it would kind of best do this. But what I typically found that works is don't include any format, like any pre-made email template, any email like weird font or something like that inside the email, and don't space it out weird to make it look spammy and stuff. Never master link. That's one of the most spammy looking thing ever. And yeah, typically what I found working is just keep the email sound like you're emailing to a friend. This is quick, simple, and it's easy to read. That will reduce the unsubscribe rate, and it will even up the conversion rate. So just keep it helpful, keep it good for people, and that's basically what I would do to make the unsubscribe rate go down. So yeah, that's pretty much it on everything. And the key metric that I would look into is just open rate, click-through rate, bounce rate, conversion rate, and unsubscribe rate. And you can get a great boost performance if you just track all these metrics and make your email better. So that's pretty much it. I've been doing this for a couple months now, and I found a 2x in terms of email booking rate, and I'm just getting book call left and right from my email. So again, that's pretty much it from me. And if you want an email link system that have automated follow-up, automated personalization, and everything like that with a good email platform where you don't have to worry about being putting in spam and all the email account are warm up, then book a call with me below. That's pretty much it. Other than that, later.